Good afternoon, Anna.
Hey Jedi, how are you?
Fantastic. Ready for a fun evening? You're gonna love this little Italian restaurant.
Oh yeah? Yeah, it looks nice. I like it. Beautiful atmosphere. I love the candles and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, a little romantic, It's old school, but no school like the old school, they say. So, when I was talking to you last, you said you recently came back from Turkey. How was it out there?
Yeah, so I worked for the court system for years and then I had my middle age crisis where I said that job was not fulfilling for me. So I quit that job and I went to see my family in Russia and traveled to Turkey, Antalya, which was beautiful.
Well, Antalya's on the southern coast, right?
Yes, yes. Mediterranean Sea, to be exact.
Yes, I still want to go there. They finally opened up passports to Turkey for U.S. citizens now.
Oh, beautiful. I
So,
love that.
being in real estate, I'm found one of my buddies, Tim Kirschbaum, can now lend in Turkeys just like we can in the United States. Before it was like all cash.
Wow.
So now we get the
Oh,
other
you're in
buddy.
real estate?
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. Mainly multifamily, working on getting into marinas and other commercial.
Yes, I am still working for someone, so maybe one day I will retire from a 9 to 5 and be working for myself too. That's exciting. Yeah.
Thank you. So what about you? You said you changing your career, you're in transition. So you mentioned you were a probation officer, I think it was.
Yes, yes. It was very unique and interesting experience because I really learned how people think and how they act and how they behave. So it's more like a psychological experiment for about 8 years. I saw how people really interact with others and how they um, conduct themselves and behaviors, what they do and why they do that.
Ooh, so you're like a detective, likes to see how people tick.
Yeah, I learned a lot, but it was not fulfilling for my soul, so that's why I left that place. And now believe it or not, I am at Ohio Guidestone and I train people there, the people who are coming in, and I train them there. And I'm also thinking about getting a job at Cleveland Clinic, so I'm in the process of applying.
Oh, very good. What type of position are you looking to get into?
It's an interpreter, so I speak two languages fluently, Russian and English, so that's a position for a Russian interpreter.
Wow. Like I've had to take medical terminology from being a massage therapist and things in the past. Really good with my hands, if you know what I mean.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. But my hands are like God's gift.
Oh, what do you mean? You can
Well,
fix people, or what do you mean?
Well, I've worked on at least 20,000 bodies over the years.
Wow.
So like how you did the psychological experiment,
Mm-hmm.
working for the county, I took the healing route and saw how you can turn the body into an instrument as you're healing it.
Wow, that's beautiful. So you helped a lot of people?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Mm-hmm.
been a fun journey. So went from that, and now we're doing more of the housing type stuff.
Okay.
Fixing up places, making it communities better, doing what we can to enrich the whole community.
Beautiful. So, tell me more.
Well, I'm more curious about you. So you're fluent in English and Russian.
Yes.
And taking medical terminology, you have to have quite a bit of Latin and Greek in your background as well.
Yes, I love Latin. That's where the roots and the foundation of this language comes from. So if you know Latin, you can learn so many different languages because it comes from Latin family. Yes.
Ooh, so you're completely fluent in those. Are there any other ones you dabble into that you could hold at least a base conversation?
Well, in Russia, I learned French, and I had actually a couple people from France who I knew, so they were fluent in French, and I was in France too. I visited France, and it's a beautiful language. It's a love language. It's a very passionate language.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a seductive language.
Right. Well, and I'm reminded of one of my favorite comedians, Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm.
It was from the movie The Dead Poet Society, and if you haven't seen it, it's absolutely amazing. And he like stood up on the table in front of his college students. He's like, "Boys, language has but one purpose:
Ooh.
to woo women.
Ooh.
And in that endeavor, laziness will not use. Don't use very because it's lazy.
Yes.
You're not very tired. You're exhausted.
Exhausted, yes.
And he just goes on, and it's like, yeah, the different languages. I had an issue where I cut off my tongue when I was younger, so I've had to learn English twice. I've tried with Spanish, took a couple of years. I can understand it, but it's just really difficult to roll the R's and such for me.
The R's?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for rolling the tongue, it's for when I cut it off.
Oh, you mean like when you speak other languages? Or
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, like trying to speak the rolling the R's in Spanish, I just can't.
The Spanish? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm good with R's because we have in Russian then.
Oh, that.
Wait, French. Merci. 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 Yeah, that's more like almost like Arabic too.
Oh, that is a talented tongue.
So, well,
So our food, waiter, our food should be here momentarily.
Mm-hmm.
And cut.
Okay, so what are the golden nuggets, Jedi? The dating scene.
Have fun with conversation. Just build rapport. See if you actually like the person as a person.
Mm-hmm. Get to know each other more. Yes.
It's not just about the hookup culture. Have fun. You want to see if there's something deeper. Because a beautiful body is good for a night. A beautiful mind is good for a lifetime. Like, beauty will fade. Like, who do you want to be bonded enough with? And, you look back in 50 years or 30 years on the empire you've built and how many lives you've affected.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's lots of fun. Now, as far as some of the golden nuggets, you saw the interplay with languages. And nerds, you have an advantage over the average person because you like to learn about different things.
Yes.
So the more you know about the more different topics, you can flow to a conversation. Like, if she was a heavy sports person, and like she was obsessed with tennis and hated baseball, like all we would talk about is tennis. And I know just enough that I could have conversed and even played a little bit. But we're both somebody that loves languages. I've wrote books. She's fluent in multiple languages, as you saw. And because of that, I talk about things like having trouble rolling the R's in Spanish. Mm-hmm. And just having her do that naturally, unplanned for talking, you can hear that and you just play into it and say things to get future pace and imagine. Compliment on skills, like a talented tongue. And she's going to be like, what did he mean by that? Yes. Which is usually where they giggle and pop because they thought something naughty too.
Yes, it's playful banter. That's what we call it. And especially in the beginning when you just get to know each other, that's what you need to do. Just get to know each other and be playful. Enjoy it. Have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't rush.
Well, and for the Playful Banter, if you guys want another show to watch in addition to ours, it was back a few years ago. I watched one of every show to see where they had a good male guy that could like playful banter with the women without getting all butthurt and being pathetic. And they literally had to make the man the devil. So go watch the series Lucifer. You'll laugh your ass off, and you actually see some good interaction for play on how cool it can be to be a guy. What do you desire?
Yes,
so,
that's fun.
This is Jedi
And
Anna signing off.
Signing off, and stay tuned for tomorrow's episode at 10:11 Facebook Live, and we will be making an announcement on Monday about our sex secret.
Ooh, it's coming in.
Enjoy your day.